Once upon a time, in a quiet corner of the world where few ever looked up at the sky, an eagle was born. Not just any eagle, but one born with wings meant for heights most creatures could not even imagine. Yet, from the very first moment it opened its eyes, the sky was nowhere to be seen. Instead of vast blue horizons, the young eagle saw metal bars. Instead of open air, it felt limits. Instead of freedom, it knew confinement. And this is where the story truly begins. Sometimes greatness is not destroyed. It is simply misplaced. The eagle did not grow up among its own kind. It was placed in a small enclosure beside chickens. Day after day, it watched them scratch the ground for food. So it learned to scratch too. It watched them flap weak wings that barely lifted dust. So it flapped the same way. No one told the eagle it was different. No one told it about the sky. And so, it adapted. As time passed, the eagle grew larger than the others, stronger, sharper. Yet, instead of being admired, it was questioned. Why are you different? Why don't you fit in? Why can't you just be like us? Slowly, the eagle began to shrink, not in size, but in belief. When your environment cannot understand your strength, it will try to convince you that your strength is a flaw. As the eagle matured, something inside it felt wrong. There were moments, quiet moments, when it would look upward. Its heart would race for reasons it could not explain. Its wings would twitch, as if remembering something forgotten. But every time the feeling appeared, it disappeared just as quickly. Because the cage was familiar. The ground was safe. The chickens accepted it, as long as it did not try to rise. And so, the eagle stayed. Not because it was weak, but because it was trained to believe this was all there was. The most dangerous cages are not made of metal. They are made of beliefs. One day, the eagle overheard something that pierced deeper than any wound. If it were truly special, someone said, it would have proven it by now. Those words echoed, and the eagle believed them. It began to think, maybe I'm not enough. Maybe I was meant to stay here. Maybe these wings are useless. But the truth was this: the eagle had never been given space to fly. A seed will never bloom in the wrong soil, not because it lacks potential, but because the environment refuses to nourish it. One quiet morning, something unusual happened. The gate to the enclosure was left open. No announcement, no instructions, just openness. The chickens didn't notice. They were too busy doing what they had always done. But the eagle noticed. Its heart pounded. Fear and curiosity collided. It stepped closer to the opening. Beyond it lay something unfamiliar, expansive, silent, limitless, the sky. For the first time, the eagle felt the wind move freely across its feathers, and something ancient awakened. You don't discover who you are by staying where you are comfortable. You discover it by stepping into what calls you. The eagle hesitated. Leaving the cage meant leaving certainty. It meant leaving what it knew. It meant risking failure. But staying meant never knowing the truth. So it spread its wings. Not perfectly, not confidently, but courageously. It leapt. And in that moment, everything changed. The air caught it, lifted it, held it. The eagle didn't fall. It rose, higher than it had ever imagined. Higher than the cage, higher than the ground. The sky welcomed it, as if it had been waiting all along. The moment you enter the right environment, your abilities stop struggling and start soaring. As the eagle glided across the sky, clarity washed over it. It was never weak, never broken, never worthless. It had simply been in the wrong place. A place too small for its wings, too narrow for its vision, too limiting for its purpose. And suddenly, the past made sense. The discomfort, the restlessness, the feeling of being different. Those were not signs of failure. They were signals of greatness. If you don't fit in where you are, it may be because you were born to stand out somewhere else. Now pause. Because this story is not just about an eagle. It is about you. If you feel unseen, if your ideas are ignored, if your growth feels restricted, if your confidence is fading, ask yourself this powerful question: am I truly lacking ability, or am I simply surrounded by limits? No matter how good you are, if you are in the wrong place, your value will never be recognized. You were not created to shrink. You were not designed to stay grounded when you have wings. Your talents, your voice, your vision, they require the right environment to thrive. And here's the most important truth. Changing your environment can change your entire life. Sometimes growth doesn't come from working harder. It comes from moving smarter, from choosing spaces that challenge you, from surrounding yourself with people who elevate you, from stepping into rooms that see your worth before you prove it. You don't become great by forcing yourself to fit in. You become great by finding where you truly belong. So if you feel stuck, don't quit on yourself. Question the cage, because once you find the sky meant for you, you won't need permission to fly. You will simply rise. If this message touches you, if it teaches you something important, please do me a favor. Subscribe to Awaken Greatness. Like this video as a commitment to your growth. Share it with someone who needs this reminder, because greatness awakens the moment you step out of your comfort zone.